Hello there, it's Crisandro, of course, and here in my socially distancing place as per normal. Well, it's the second friendly today, and Spurs take on Reading. And in the last video I said Birmingham, obviously that's 24 hours time, but yeah, so Spurs against Reading in this one. It should be a good game altogether. A few of the bigger names will be playing again. We're playing for the first time this season, I should say. I know it's a bit of a truncated season where last season just merges into this one, but this is definitely the following season. And after the game against Ipswich, a few of the players were rested, but a few coming today, notably Eric Dyer, who will be playing in defence, central defence, alongside Jedson again, who was actually played quite well. Yes, Ipswich are up and down that right hand side. Didn't have to do much defending, but yeah. So we'll see how he does here against the Reading side, who like to attack along the wings. And a big one, Harvey White. He'll be playing. I'm not quite sure. I think they're going to be playing that down the left or slightly inside. But yeah, Harvey White, our academy graduate, he'll be playing there. He'll be playing today. And looking forward to seeing him a bit more. He's got a wand of a left foot that we all hear about, and so it should be interesting to see how that one goes. A great free kick taker as well, apparently from the academy. So hopefully we'll get to see that close up and personal. And then up front, well, I'll say up front, it'll be Dele, Bergwijn, Lucas, and Sonny up front. And well, so that should be. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see how that one goes. Kane is being rested again for this one. I don't know if he'll be playing tomorrow, but he's being rested for this one as well as he was against Ipswich. So we'll just see how this goes. It'll be interesting to see how we kind of like knit together, how we kind of play together. So yeah, there's only a few minutes till kick-off, about 15 minutes. Game was delayed for about half an hour because of traffic trouble. Reading hadn't got in time. So let's see how this all pans out. Looking forward to this one.
Taking the knee ahead of kick-off. Well, away we
Still
go.
good to see.
A little later than advertised. Finish into the bottom corner. Reading have had no answer to that, despite some lovely moves of their own. They have lacked that clinical touch in front of goal. Half-time. Tottenham 3, Reading 0.
Well, it's just finished. The first half was just finished, and yep, 3-0 up as you can see, and playing all right actually, done quite well. And Reading are a step above what Ipswich offered last week. They're actually putting us under a lot of pressure when they have the ball, and actually pressing us when they don't. And so it's kind of intriguing, really. So far so good. Well, it's just been kind of contained, really. I mean, our first goal came after 6 minutes. They scored early again, as we did last week. This time, it was an own goal. Omar Richards, their defender, or left back, I think he is, getting in the way of a cross from, I think it was from Davis, who tried to cross it in, and got there ahead of Lucas, but diverted the ball beyond his own keeper. And then we played quite well. The passing was crisp and doing quite well. And well, no, I'm just kind of laughing because I'm going to tell you this a little later on. We only went 2-0 up. Dele getting on the end of there was a lovely 1-2. I think I want to say Lucas actually. Yeah, there was a loose ball. He and Dele jumped up, headed it to Lucas, who then. I know it was Bergwijn. No, it was Lucas, who then put it back into his path. It was through on goal, and he just dinked a lovely little ball over the advancing keeper. That was 2-0. And then we made it 3. Lovely run down the wing by Bergwijn, getting the assists mixed up there, wasn't I? But yeah, it was Bergwijn who cut in a lovely. He collected a long ball, cut in from the left. Along the ground, a great pass crisply into Sonny, who then stopped it and buried it. 3-0. Could have easily been 4. Sonny had another chance just before half time to make it 4-0, and had a couple of chances as well. But yeah, so far so good. We're playing quite well. Jedson having a bit of a mixed half in over on the right hand side there, coming forward quite well. But his defending, I know he had one issue defending where he kind of let the ball run between his legs, and then for some reason couldn't even track the ball, and then the attacker got hold of it, and then very nearly created a huge chance out of it. But yeah, other than that, Reading have looked quite good, and you put us under pressure when they've had a chance. That's Joao, that's a main striker. He's very lanky, leggy, tall, and strong, and he's been causing us a lot of problems. But so far we've handled it quite well. I think Spurs we only had to face one shot on target, and that was from what was it? His name, Laurent, who tried a shot from about 20 yards out, but they tried to place it, so the power was kind of gone from it. But yeah, so we haven't had too much to do at the back. But when they've looked good is when we've made the mistakes or made a run for our own backs, really. But so far so good. Let's see what the second half does for us. But at the moment, quite happy with what I'm seeing. Harvey White looks very tidy, and doing quite well in the centre there. And yeah, it looks good. It looks tidy. And so far he hasn't had the opportunity to try his wonder of a left foot just yet. But yeah, so far so good. Let's see what happens in the second half. Half time here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Well, not here, I'm not there, obviously. But half time there at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is Spurs 3, the Royals 0.
That is here tomorrow against Birmingham City. Be interesting to see the team that plays in that one. But it's job done again here, emphatically so. A right royal thrashing. Tottenham 4, Reading 1.
Well, that was a fantastic game in the end, really. We actually deserved that in so many years. Even when we made the changes, it didn't seem to affect our stride. The players that came in did very well. But actually played quite well, considering that the stats show that Reading had more shots than we did, and we had the same number of shots on target. We scored all of our shots on target, so that kind of shows how well Reading played in that game, and how much tweaking we need to do defensively. But yeah, it's finished 4-1 in the end. The second half, a few changes were made, of course. Lamella coming on, and he scored our fourth goal. It was a brilliantly flighted free kick, and yeah, it was a good free kick, great strike. Keeper had no chance. 4-0, and we had a chance to make it 5, 6, or 7. But as I said, the shots on target showed that load of shots were not on target or were blocked, and they got a goal back, which is unfortunate for us. But for them, they actually did. I think they deserved a goal because where they played, they were very enterprising. They came forward in waves, really, and they played quite well. You know, they're a very good championship side, really. And their goal came from it was a melee in our penalty area. A great save from Gazaniga to start with. Can't remember who had their shot, and then the ball was parried on to a Reading player who hit the post, and then from there struggled to get it clear, and another shot came in, and I think Carter Vickers handled it on the line, although I couldn't quite see it from where I was. But apparently it was handled, and it was cleared, and the referee pointed to the spot and gave a penalty. And then their substitute, George Puskás. I don't know if he's related to the same Puskás because he was Hungarian. This Puskás is Romanian. But yeah, it was a good penalty. Gazaniga had no chance at all with it, and it finished 4-1. We had some chances, but yeah, I'm happy with the workouts. It was good to see Jack Clark again in the second half, and it was a little bit it was more quieter than it was against Ipswich, but still played quite well. Still quite tidy with his passing, and didn't give the ball away. And then a Cirkin on the other side, very enterprising, going down the left and doing quite well. And he also took his man on as well, which I love seeing from a fullback. Took his man on, beat him a couple of times. It was good to see. And we also had Bowden come on in place of Højbjerg, and he didn't have much to do. He wasn't really tested, and what little that he did do, he did very well. So quite pleased with the youngsters that come on. I would love to have seen Dane Scarlett again after his cameo from last week, but I hope you'll get to see a bit of him on tomorrow against Birmingham. But yeah, I think it was a good workout. All the players played quite well. Sissoko played alright. I know he came on, then it was substituted as well. Went straight down the tunnel. Hopefully he's not injured, because that's the last thing we need. And yeah, a lot of the players can play quite well. Kyron Carter-Vickers is doing quite well in centre back. You know, I always say this in pre-season that Carter-Vickers looks alright, and then he goes out on loan, and we don't see him again until the next pre-season. But hopefully, on this occasion, that he will be a squad player for us, and he will come in when it's needed. But we shall see. But like I said, happy with the workout. We'll see what happens against Birmingham. Of course, Ndombele is probably the only player who hasn't played yet, but he's been out now. He's come down with coronavirus. He and Pogba are apparently off in the same area, and they both come down with the same illness, which if you've seen on the group, winds me up quite no end really, because maybe I'm just being harsh on him, who knows. But yeah, he won't be available. I don't think Kane will be available, because he's quarantining as well, coming out from the Bahamas. Bahamas or Barbados, one of the two. Either way, it was in the Caribbean. So yeah, hopefully the players that are coming in and doing their jobs, taking their claim, will be ready for when the new season starts in a couple of weeks' time. September the 12th is a big day. But we play on September the 13th, because the TV fixtures have come out, and our game against Everton has been put back a day to Sunday the 13th. So yeah, that's good for us, especially as we got the Europa League qualifier during that week as well, and the international break. So a day's rest will be good for us. But yeah, we shall see what happens against Birmingham. Looking forward to that one, and we shall see who plays, and hopefully it'll be 3 wins out of 3, and then we'll see if we're ready for the big start of the season. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, let us know what you think of the game, and final score here is Spurs 4, Reading 1. I'm actually looking forward to this season. Am I mad? Let me know. Come on, you Spurs. You'll take care.